Okay. All right, I think I'm ready. Yep, go ahead. Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued for southern Lancaster County. It does include the city of Lincoln, as well as northwestern Johnson, Otoe County, Gage, and Cass counties. This goes until 4:15, so about a half an hour. As of about 10 minutes ago, severe thunderstorms were located from about 4 miles southeast of Sterling to 3 miles north of Pickerel, which obviously is that line right there that's moving towards Hickman and Crete and Unadilla, and also another severe thunderstorm warning headed towards Nebraska City. That's for Johnson, Nemaha, Otoe, Richardson, and Pawnee County until 4 p.m. So with these warnings, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So good old-fashioned thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms. Nothing out of the ordinary with these, just a good line of storms. I'll kind of zoom out here so you can see it's just the beginning. And there's another wave that is moving through right here, and then another wave right here, which just kind of popped up about a half an hour ago and got severe very quickly. So that's what we're watching right now. So I'm going to put this into kind of a mode where we can see who's in this line. It looks like Sprague, Centerville, Saltillo, Rokeby, and Lincoln East at 4:06. So over the next 20 to 30 minutes, those are some areas that may be impacted. In fact, let's do that again because that was kind of an old one. Let's see, here we go. With these storms moving north, they are moving north. It looks like they are moving north at about 45 miles per hour for that storm headed towards the capital city, and it looks like severe thunderstorm warning for that Johnson, Nemaha, Otoe, Richardson, and Pawnee. It's moving north at 55 miles per hour. So these things are in a rush. They're moving very, very quickly. And let's see, as I put that last radar scope on there, that squall line scope, Bluestem Lake at 3:52, Saltillo at 3:55, Rokeby at 3:59, Pine Lake at 4 o'clock, here at the station at 4:07, which is about 20 minutes away, Seacrest Field about 4:07 as well, City of Lincoln, the center part at 4:08, and then Lincoln Northeast at around 4:13. So these storms, well advertised. We knew that we were going to see severe weather at some point this afternoon, and we thought maybe between 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and here we are, 3:45, with the severe weather that's popped up. So let's see. National Weather Service is saying the latest information is that 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is expected with this. Locations impacted for the one headed towards, and let's see, that's a new information just coming up. So let me see what information that is. Severe thunderstorm remains in effect until 4:15 for southern Lancaster, northwestern Johnson, western Otoe, northeastern Gage, and southwestern Cass County. This goes until 4:15. At 3:45, this severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from 3 miles west of Cook to near Cortland, moving north at 45 miles per hour. So this isn't just one cell. This is just kind of that band that's kind of an upside-down U, and that's going to push very quickly. When you have those lines push and bend like that, and you can see it's kind of bending. It's got almost an upside-down U, kind of a kidney bean shape. That usually means that there's some wind that's blowing through like this, and that's usually around 40, 45, maybe 50 miles per hour, and that's what's happening with this storm. Hail damage is possible as well, with 1-inch size hail possible with these storms, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Locations impacted: Lincoln Airport, Sterling, St. Mary, Stagecoach State Recreation Area, Palmyra, Emerald, Panama, Syracuse, Cortland, Wagon Train State Recreation Area, the city of Lincoln itself, Roca, Unadilla, Eagle, Elmwood, Hickman, Hallam, Yankee Hill Lake, and Adams and Firth. That again, this goes until 4:15. Also of note is, not too long ago, a severe thunderstorm watch was issued through 10 p.m. for today. It does include the city of Lincoln, it includes the city of Beatrice, and this goes until 10 o'clock this evening. And again, these storms are probably going to move in and out very quickly. Likely the 10 p.m. time frame is for that northern area. So the 10 p.m. time frame is likely up here. Right now is here, so from like 4 to 6 p.m. So that's those are the areas that are going to be impacted. So you have your 4 to 6 time frame right here, 6 to 8 right here, and then 8 to 10 right here. And we're not alone either. I do want to show you some how far and wide this severe weather potential is going to be. So we're right on the edge of that marginal risk. That's the green area. So we have the green area right here. That's your marginal risk. That's the lower level 1. And then we're Lincoln, Beatrice, Columbus, Sioux City. That's your yellow. That's your slight risk, level 2. And then the further this way you go, the stronger the storms are, or the more damage these storms are going to do. Look how big. That is one of the biggest moderate risk areas I've ever seen. I mean, it's just incredible how large of an area. So we're just on the edge of this, and we're likely just going to see 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 1-inch in diameter hail further east from, say, Des Moines all the way down through St. Louis, Memphis, towards Louisiana. That's a large area, and they're going to see we're likely going to see some sort of tornado outbreak associated with that. And real quick, I'll just show you the day 2, because this is even worse. There's a high risk right here, and those are not thrown around very lightly. So a high risk that's for Saturday, for tomorrow. But I digress. That's something that we'll have to worry about tomorrow. So if you're just joining us, let's get everybody back up to date. We have a severe thunderstorm that is rolling through our area right now for Lancaster, Johnson, Odo, Gage, and Cass County, and also a severe thunderstorm warning, and that goes until 4:15, headed towards Lincoln. Hasn't quite got to Lincoln yet. In fact, I do want to get those cameras up. Also, a severe thunderstorm warning for Johnson, Nemaha, Odo, Richardson, and Pawnee County until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's headed towards Nebraska City. Let's see if we can get some of these cameras working and see what's going on out there. Let's see. Look at Lincoln Southeast. It just looks dark out there. Honda of Lincoln cam. Yeah, the storms haven't quite got to the city of Lincoln yet, so that's something we'll just keep an eye on. The Allocam, I mean, poor flag. It's definitely has seen its better days. That's how strong the winds are whipping around out there. So let's see. Let's get back to the severe thunderstorm warning. So this is just now. I'm going to stop it here. And it's moving through Bennett, Douglas, Sprague, Norris High School, kind of split in half there before it got to Norris High School, headed towards Saltillo, and it's making its way towards the capital city. So thanks for joining us. Sorry for interrupting the program. It's 3:50, almost 3:52, and we have about 15, 20, 23 minutes left in this severe thunderstorm warning. So what we're watching here is this line of storms became severe with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some hail embedded. It doesn't look like it's a lot of hail, but you can see probably this area right here, seeing some hail, maybe over here by Norris High School, probably Cook seeing a little bit of hail as well. The wind gusts are likely your issue. So let us get that fired up here and see what we can see. It doesn't look like a whole lot of wind, but we'll check it out anyway. Maybe this just southwest of Unadilla. That looks like it's about 50 miles per hour. I'm looking at this right here. Is it about 50 miles per hour? Let's see. Another one. This is, that right there is 47 miles per hour. So I'm seeing severe thunderstorm warnings, and it's in excess of 60 miles per hour, and they usually gust to that. So the sustained winds right now are blowing around 40 to 50 miles per hour, which is common with strong storms. going to change things up here a little bit, and we're going to use a different radar. Let's see, let's use Grand Island, see if that changes anything. Doesn't look like it. Go back to the Omaha one. So that's kind of new. Let me look at this. I'm going to zoom in on just southeast of the capital city towards Old Cheney Road. Let's see how fast that is. Yeah, it's 55. So that is 48, 55. $37. So yeah, this area right here, and it just moved on me. That's good. That means that's an updated scan. 51 miles per hour, 48 miles per hour. So this right here, this little patch between Old Cheney and O likely has some strong winds associated with it. So 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. That's why we have a severe thunderstorm warning, is for wind gusts just like that. So let me get back to the radar. And this storm is moving very quickly to the north. It's moving north at 45 miles per hour. That one headed towards Nebraska City is at 55 miles per hour. So definitely something that this is going to be in and out very quickly. The severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County, and if you're just joining us, it's for Lancaster, Johnson, Odo, Gage, and Cass until 4:15. And that severe thunderstorm warning for Johnson, Nemaha, Odo, Richardson, and Pawnee goes until 4 o'clock. They're moving quickly at about 50 miles per hour to the north. So these are all going to move like this, and we'll likely see more severe thunderstorm warnings as they make their way north. So because of that, a severe thunderstorm watch is in place for that, basically that line of storms. What's going to happen is that line of storms that's located about right there is just going to make its way north through this severe thunderstorm watch, and it goes through 10 p.m. So I'm expecting, looks like we got a new warning. Okay, so this is a new severe thunderstorm warning for Johnson, Jefferson, Saline, Pawnee, and Gage County. So this is a different part. This is this is interesting. This is just okay. So this is what's happening. We have two parts of this storm. This right here is severe, and now this is severe. Those pockets of cells are severe. So will they join hands and catch up with one another? We'll see. But this is pretty fascinating stuff to see two different parts of this storm be severe, and this is going to have some heavy rain associated with it too. So okay, so this one right here, that's severe thunderstorm warning for Gage, Jefferson, Johnson, Pawnee until 4:45 for that one right there. And then we have that severe thunderstorm warning. Let me kind of move things around here. And that severe thunderstorm warning, which includes the city of Lincoln right on the northern edge, for this is for Gage, Johnson, Lancaster, and Odo, does include the city of Lincoln. This goes until 4:15, so that's another 15 minutes left on that one. And then a severe thunderstorm warning over here for Johnson, Nemaha, and Odo until 4 p.m. That one's set to expire in about 3 minutes. But this is just the very beginning of this. And let me zoom out. It's a large area. I'm going to change radar so that we can kind of get a better scope of what this looks like. So how it's working is we have an area of low pressure about right there. And then you have Everything's spinning around it. So we have this line of severe weather, and this is all coming around and back. And then this is another line coming around and back. So we have two areas, well, basically 3 areas of severe weather. And this is going to be a long night for a lot of people. That line of storms in western Missouri is going to make its way east. And we're just kind of on the northern edge of this. So I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about this line of storms, at least for Nebraska. But we're just on this edge right here. So a couple of different parts to this storm. And when you zoom in and you look at the detail of what's happening with this, there's 2 areas embedded in our area of the storm activity. We have this, which has 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. And then this one right here, the information, just and in case you're just joining us, southwestern Johnson, Jefferson, southern Saline, western Pawnee, and Gage County. This goes until 4:45. It's for 70 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel size hail. So the hail size is diminishing a little bit, but the wind potential is increasing. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if I'd rather have 70 mile per hour winds with no hail. Kind of depends on how you feel about it. But 70 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel size hail, that's a pretty good severe thunderstorm warning. But it does explain. Let's look at this. And what I was going to say, it does explain why the radar returns don't look impressive. That's because there's no hail or no large hail embedded in that. There's probably more hail and heavy wind there. But for this area between Beatrice and Fairbury, you're looking at more wind, and that doesn't show up on this particular radar. So let's look at the other radar that would show us that. And I think I want to use this one, I do believe. It's kind of in a weird spot too. So let's take a look. This spot between just southeast of Beatrice has 62 mile per hour wind gusts. That's impressive. 56. So what I'm looking at is this right here. Yeah, 55, 56 miles per hour for that. Okay, let's look over here in this general area around Tecumseh. 56 miles per hour. Let's look at this. In the very northeastern corner of Gage, southeastern Lancaster County, that looks like it's over 50 miles per hour. 51. And then closer to Lincoln, we'll zoom in a little bit and this was an area of concern earlier just updated. So northeast Lincoln, I'm looking at this general area right here. Nearing 50 miles per hour. 46 miles per hour. So some strong, non-severe, but it's close. So that's part of the reason these storms have severe thunderstorm warnings attached to them, because the wind gusts embedded in the thunderstorms themselves are trying for 60 miles per hour. So going back to the radar and all of the warnings. So I think after all of this moves through, that'll probably be it for the night for us for severe weather potential. We're not done with precipitation, which, good news, we do need the precipitation. We need whatever moisture we can get. So if you're just joining us, severe thunderstorm watch in place for eastern Nebraska until 10 p.m. This does include the capital city, does include Lincoln, Omaha, Beatrice, Columbus right on the edge, does not include the Tri-Cities, and I don't think we'll see any severe weather for those areas. But here's a look at that radar loop again. So we have just kind of running through, looks like that severe thunderstorm warning for over towards Nebraska City was allowed to expire at 4 p.m. So that one's going over there. Severe thunderstorm warning for Johnson, Jefferson, Saline, Pawnee, and Gage. That is this storm right there. That goes until 4:45. Let's see, 70 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel size hail. I'm going to see if there's any updated information, and it doesn't look like it. The latest information for this storm is at 3:45. So this is 20 minutes old. So I'm not even going to give that information because that's kind of some old information. So let's do this. I'm going to zoom in here. I do hear rain now. We're in southwest Lincoln, and it's raining pretty good. Okay, there's an update. So the latest for that severe thunderstorm warning for Gage, Johnson, Lancaster, and Otoe County until 4:15 at 4:04. So just now, it was located along the line from Syracuse to Sprague, moving north 30 miles per hour. So it slowed down a little bit. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail still a possibility with this. So not as fast of winds as that other line to the south, and a little bit bigger hail. That's usually how that works. If you have more wind, you have less hail. If you have less wind, you have bigger size hail, and that's the case. Areas impacted, Lincoln, the airport, Sterling, St. Mary, Stagecoach State Recreation Area, Palmyra, Emerald, Panama, Syracuse, Cortland, Wagon Train State Recreation Area, the city of Lincoln itself, Roca, Unadilla, Eagle, Elmwood, Hickman, Hallam, Yankee Hill Lake, Adams, and Firth. So those areas being impacted now. Looks like some heavy rain too. But it is now moving directly over the city of Lincoln. There were some prefrontal wind gusts out in front of this storm that were gusting between 40 and 50 miles per hour, and now we're seeing the actual storms themselves roll into the capital city. So zooming out. And I'm going to pause that right there, and we're going to put a squall line here. And what did we say, 45 miles per hour? Right there. So some areas impacted. Pine Lake at 4:06, which is right now. The city of Lincoln in just a few minutes, about 5 minutes for the center part of the city of Lincoln. Gateway Mall, for instance, 4:13. The airport at 4:18. Waverly, you'll likely see this around 4:21. Greenwood around 4:24. And Ashland 4:30, and Able at 4:35. So let's see. Marble seeing some small hail, pea-sized hail at 77th and Rokeby. A little bigger than that now. I'm looking, I have some kind of doing the YouTube thing here. We're seeing if getting some reports as well. So it looks like just some small hail and some gusty winds out of this particular storm. So thank you for everybody giving us reports live via my YouTube channel. So again, just to reiterate, this was expected. We knew we were going to see some sort of severe weather. So severe thunderstorm watch through 10 p.m. Let's see. Oh, tornado. Oh no, that's something else. Severe thunderstorm warning for Pawnee and Jefferson. Okay. All right. And you know what? I'm going to zoom out and show you guys. We're not alone. This is a tornado watch for a good portion of Missouri into northern Arkansas. Severe thunderstorm watch for a good portion of Iowa into western. Oh, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so we're going to look at that. I do believe it's for Cass County. Yep, it's okay. So it's for that storm near Nebraska City. So it's basically this right here, severe thunderstorm warning, and that is for Cass and Odo. Let me get that information for you here real quick. Yeah, Cass and Odo County until 5 p.m. for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So hopefully I can get you back to programming here in just a little bit. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning. There's a few of them, and let me get rid of the radar real quick so you can see where the warnings are at. So you're looking Fairbury, Beatrice, Lincoln, Nebraska City. That's where the warnings are at for these storms that are rolling through. So just to kind of go through these again, and we will try to get you back to programming, unless we see more severe thunderstorm warnings pop up for a few areas. Then we'll continue with you. But we've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County until 4:15. So just a few more minutes left on that. Johnson, Odo, Gage, and Cass all go to 4:15 for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So it's for this storm right here, and it's just now moving into the capital city. Let's see if there's any. There's a new warning. Okay, this is a big warning, size-wise. Okay, so this is an additional warning. So this is just for that same storm that's rolling through the capital city. So this is a brand new warning for the capital city, which is right in the middle of this, along with, and this is quite the list too, Sarpy, Lancaster, Seward, Odo, Saline, Butler, Saunders, and Cass counties. This is a severe thunderstorm warning until 5 p.m. So we'll just stick with you until the 5 o'clock show. And so whatever is normally on right now, we're not going to see it. So I apologize if you are interested in what's usually on right now. Hopefully we can keep everybody safe. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Getting a report that in South Lincoln we are seeing hail. Let's see. Severe thunderstorms located along a line from 4 miles east of Crete to 2 miles south of Syracuse, moving north at 45 miles per hour. So this should roll through the Lincoln area, making its way towards Davie, cross Interstate 80, towards Wahoo and Fremont eventually. Let's see. This is, moving north at 45 miles per hour. So this warning, basically this warning right here, takes over for this warning right there. And then we still have these storms, which are isolated. They're very isolated, but they're also severe with wind gusts. I'm going to see if there's any more information on that. Let's see. No new information on that. That looks like it was that's until 4:45. So it's still a solid half hour left on that. Beatrice, you're likely going to start. Oh, it's almost like they're listening to me. There's the update as we speak. So as of 4:10, severe thunderstorms located from 5 miles southeast of Alexandria to 3 miles northeast of Burchard. That's moving east at 30 miles. Moving east? I think they're moving north. I think that was a typo. Moving north at 30 miles per hour. Let's see. A 66-mile-per-hour wind gust was reported 2 miles east of Plymouth. And that's a good, strong gust of wind, 66 miles per hour. Locations impacted with this storm, and now we're talking about this one right here. Let me try to draw that circle again. That storm right there headed towards Beatrice, Crab Orchard, Swanton, Endicott, Wymore, Alexandria State Rec Area, Homestead National Historic Park, Harbine, Liberty, Dakin, Ellis, Holmesville, Diller, Crystal Springs Campground, Buckley Creek Rec Area, Jansen, Lewiston, Odell, Gladstone, Vesta, and Barnstone. Some of those I haven't heard of. And this is moving north at around 30 miles per hour. Doesn't look like hail is an issue, And I'm going to zoom in on this area real quick, just so we can kind of look at what's happening here. It might just go around this one may clip Beatrice, and this one's headed up north towards, it looks like DeWitt. Pickerel, you're likely under the gun on that one too eventually. Okay, so zooming back out. Heavy rain now moving into the capital city. So there you go. This is now right directly over the city of Lincoln. Doesn't look like hail is much of an issue, but there could be some small hail in here, some small hail here, maybe even here in West Lincoln, headed towards the airport. But I'm in southwest Lincoln. I'm over kind of this area right here, and I'm not hearing any hail. So that's the good news. So let's see if we can find any wind. And here we go. Okay, over here by Bennett, Hickman, seeing some pretty gusty winds. So I am looking here and here. So let's take a look. That's over 50 miles per hour just west of Bennett. And now southwest of Hickman, that's about 50 miles per hour as well. So as long as we can stay under 50 miles per hour, I mean, it's still a gust of wind, but at least it's not severe, technically. But once you start to see these brighter whites, kind of look, see over here? Once you start to see the brighter whites, and you never want to see the blues or purples, but brighter whites usually means 60. And once you start to get a little blue mixed in, you're around 70 miles per hour. Let's see. Report of pea-size hail at 37th and A. Some hail at South 40th and Parkway. Okay, pea-size hail at 27th and Pine Lake. Thank you everybody for those live reports. Let's get the radar back on here. Yeah, I am hearing heavy rain now in southwest Lincoln. Hailing 33rd and Highway 2. We're probably, yeah, look at College View. This is probably some hail right here. Between A Street and Pioneers, between 27th and 70th, so 56th. Yeah, just north of College View. So that would be Bowling Alley, right? Parkway? There's probably some hail happening over by Parkway, headed towards A Street. Norm's is over there too, I believe. Now it got really quiet here at the station at 40 at Southwest Lincoln. Let's see, new severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. All right, so gusty winds, some marginally large hail. We've got this severe thunderstorm warning. Let's kind of go through these here. We've got three that are impacting many of our viewers. We've got this one right here. That's for Cass, Lancaster, and Odo. Let's see, Sarpy, Lancaster, Seward, Odo, Saline, Butler, Saunders, and Cass until 5 p.m. So 45 minutes on that for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and some quarter-size hail. Just about 5 or 10 minutes ago, this was located from 4 miles east of Crete to 2 miles south of Syracuse, moving north at 45 miles per hour. So there's that one. Then we also have this one, which does include the city of Beatrice and Fairbury. As of 4:05, 66 mile per hour wind gust was reported 2 miles east of Plymouth. So 70 mile per hour wind gusts associated with this storm and nickel size hail, so not as big a hail. and it's moving north at around 30 to 35 miles per hour. And then this one, that's for Odo and Cass until 5 p.m. for quarter-size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So severe thunderstorm watch through 10 p.m. This is for the storms that are happening right now. And so we've got about 6 hours on that severe thunderstorm watch. And if it helps, we're not alone. We have tornado watch all the way over to St. Louis, north central Arkansas, western Missouri, eastern Kansas, into Iowa, and then we're just on the very edge of that severe thunderstorm watch. So here's a look at the storms, and I think as soon as these roll through the capital city, I might send it back to programming. But I kind of want to stay with you just in case these storms get a little severe as they roll through Lincoln. That's you got a severe thunderstorm warning. They're rolling across Interstate 80 right now, from about just east of York headed towards Seward. Seward is not included. The city of Seward is not included in this, but the city of Lincoln is. Davie as well as Ashland, Weeping Water, Louisville, Eagle, Waverly, Bennett. Hearing some pretty good thunder here at the station. Got a little pocket, this pocket of no rain right here. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm not hearing anything on our roof, which we usually do, but there's torrential rain and probably some small hail from, well, that's basically right down the middle of Lincoln, between Lincoln East and downtown. Might be seeing there might be some hail right there too. Let's see. Getting some reports of some high wind gusts moving through Firth just a little bit ago. Put this back into a loop mode. So it's kind of hard. I want to do a storm cone to kind of see where we're at. Well, let's see if we can do that. So I'm going to put a line basically along Interstate 80 and then drag it north, and it's going about let's say 50 miles per hour. So these are the areas that would be impacted through the duration of this warning. Of course, there's a lot more areas that will be impacted, but these are the ones that showed up. 423 Ashland, Malcolm at 426, Clear Creek at 429, Branch Oak Lake at 432, Utan at 443, Wahoo at 445, and then Weston at 447. Okay, so this little bit of good news. The severe thunderstorm warning for Gage County, as well as Cass, Odo, and Johnson. Nope, not that one, sorry. The one for Johnson, Jefferson, Saline, Pawnee, and Gage has been allowed to, well, they canceled it. All of the storms kind of died out. That's some good news. I do like the sound of that. Let me see. I'm going to switch radars here. It does appear that this, okay, pretty good wind gust just hit our building. Okay, so this area right here seems to be weakening a little bit while this is trying to hang on. So if this area would just continue to stay weak, that would be just fine. Then we could just get the rain and no severe weather. But this is pretty strong. I mean, this is it's got some hail and some damaging wind in it. And you can kind of see why. We're attached to all of this. So that's all severe. That entire line from eastern Oklahoma to Lincoln is severe. That whole thing. That's just incredible. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Something like that anyway. And then on the edge here, this is trying to hang on. It got severe there just for a little bit, but there's so much other severe weather going on, it may be zapping some of that energy. That's usually not really the case, but we'll see. So, thanks for hanging on with us. I appreciate everybody watching and staying tuned in. Hopefully this is helpful. We've got a severe thunderstorm watch through 10 p.m. And as I was showing earlier, this area right here is probably from now until 6. This area right here is from 6 until 8. And then this area up here will likely be until 10 p.m. from about 8 until 10 o'clock tonight. So once this moves north of your area, we're not completely out of the woods yet. There's still a chance for showers and thunderstorms, but the severe weather, once this initial band moves through, will likely, that'll carry along with it the severe weather potential. So once again, this area that was from Hebron, Fairbury to Beatrice, that was severe for a little bit. That has been allowed to expire. This continues to be strong. In fact, it looks like it's almost fanning out a little bit. Heavy rain between Lincoln and Omaha. So if you have travel plans, okay, so that's new. What is that? It's a new severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Sarpy, Burt, Washington, Dodge, Douglas, and Saunders. Okay, so, okay, that's to our north. There it is. Okay. It's this whole area right here is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. So that's basically that's how this is all going to work. This line is going to keep being severe as it moves north. So the severe thunderstorm warnings will follow it. So once this gets past Lincoln, Nebraska City, heads through Omaha, that'll be it for that round of severe weather. We're not completely out of the woods yet, but this is the reason, this cluster of storms right here is the reason we have a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. And it's right smack dab over the capital city right now. So let's do our due diligence and look at this storm as it rolls right across the capital city. And this is the time to batten down the hatches if you live in the city of Lincoln. The gusty winds and the hail is going to be the highest potential right now. So stay away from windows. If you're inside your home, might as well get into the basement. I mean, there's not a tornado threat right now, but with the 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts, it might toss something through a window, and you just don't want to be in the way of that. So if you have a basement, now would be a good time to get down there. Actually, 20 minutes ago would probably have been a better time. But if you're still up watching TV, head down to your basements and have a way to be notified. You know, have your phone. If you do YouTube, we're streaming on there right now. This initial wave of weather of severe weather will move through over the next 45 minutes. So we have a couple of areas of severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm going to kind of go through these here real quick. This one right here is for southwestern Sarpy, Lancaster, eastern Seward, northwestern Odo, northeastern Saline, southeastern Butler, southern Saunders, and western Cass County until 5 p.m. And let's see, I don't have any new information for that warning, and every time I say that, new information pops in like almost immediately. Didn't happen this time. Just to the north is a severe thunderstorm warning for, let's see, Sarpy, Burt, Washington, Dodge, Douglas, and Saunders until 5:15. 60 mile per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail associated with that storm. So basically, these are moving north. Let me clear this off here. let's see. They are moving north at 45 miles per hour for the one in Lincoln. It's moving north at 45 miles per hour for the one through Nebraska City. And then north of Interstate 80, that one's moving north at 50. So this whole thing is anywhere from 45 to 55 miles per hour. So kind of resetting here a little bit. I do want to look at the wind speeds. Let's do that while it's over the city of Lincoln. There's some spots. There's some, like this over here. Let's look at this one right here. That is a wind gust of 50 miles per hour. Look over here by Palmyra. Let's look at this one. This over here. That's a lot of wind. Open areas, but it's a lot of wind. That is 55 miles per hour. Let's look at this over here. It's a little blue notch right there. Let's look at that one. 58 miles per hour. Hey, hang on. I think that might be a little bit higher. 74. Okay. Yeah. This area right here, 74 mile per hour wind gust, just northwest of Syracuse. So that's how these storms work. They have embedded in them lots of gusts. And I'm wondering if this just south of Eagle is one of that. Look at kind of a mess right there. Let's see. I'm gonna probe this area a little bit. 74. And then nothing. So yeah, that tells me that there's maybe a downdraft or something coming out of that thunderstorm, and it's next to nothing in one spot, and then a 75 mile per hour wind gust next to it. So that's how damage happens. It goes from 0 to 70 in no time at all. So yeah, I'm seeing many areas here. When you start to see the brighter, light green, almost white, those are about 50 miles per hour. When you start to see the bluish dots show up, those are the more 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts. I don't see a lot of those, which is good, but I do see a lot of 50. Like this right here. That's showing up as almost 50 miles per hour. This kind of line right here, this is probably a 45 mile per hour wind gust area. 40, 46. So, okay, let's go back to the radars. Okay, this is just about through the capital city, and once it gets past the capital city, I think we'll return to programming for a little bit, and then I'm seeing that lights are flickering in some spots. Power outages around Adams. Okay, those are just some of the latest reports that I'm seeing. Hang on, make sure my kids are okay. All right, doing okay. Okay, these seem to be good old-fashioned thunderstorms. I'm not seeing anything that would be of real consequence. Like I'm not seeing any rotation. I'm not seeing any dangerously large hail. No extreme wind gusts. I mean, 70 miles per hour is probably a little on the high side, but those are far and few between. A lot of heavy rain, which, you know what, okay, we could use a good soaking. But this is moving to the north at about 40 to 50 miles per hour. So this whole thing is going like this, as you can see. And because of that, that severe thunderstorm watch in place for eastern Nebraska. It does include Beatrice, Lincoln, Omaha, and Columbus, Fremont, and that goes until 10 p.m. Okay, so if you're just joining us, I'm going to go through the warnings here real quick. So this one going through the capital city right now does include, and the latest information, I don't know if we updated this, as of 4/28, it's from about southeast of Pleasantdale to 4 miles northeast of Unadilla. It's moving north at 55 miles per hour now. So this has picked up a little speed. 70 mile per hour wind gusts, as we saw that. We were looking at that, and we were seeing those 70 to 74 mile per hour wind gusts. So they increase the hazard potential and quarter size hail, which you don't usually see 70 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. It's usually one or the other. When the higher the wind speed, the lower the hail size. But still, quarter size hail makes sense where there's not 70 mile per hour winds. You could see some decent size hail. Anyway, let's see. Locations impacted, and this was as of 4:29, so 5 minutes ago, so it might have already rolled through some of these areas. Lincoln Airport, which it might have already rolled through. Davie, Murdoch, Denton, Panama, Syracuse, Memphis, Wagon Trail State Rec Area, Camp Carol Joy Holing, City of Lincoln, Unadilla, Eagle, Elmwood, Greenwood, Yankee Hill Lake, Cedar Creek, Pawnee State Rec Area, Walton, Bennett, and Gretna. So that's that. And then this one, just to the east, does Nebraska City, but it's basically north of there now, headed towards 34. Let's see, that's for 70 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. That goes until 5 p.m. as well. And then I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. I want to include this one that's surrounding Omaha, just real quick. That one right there does include Saunders, Douglas, Dodge, Washington, Burt, and Sarpy counties, and then a few in Iowa as well. That's moving north at 55 miles per hour for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel size hail. Look at all those warnings. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get rid of the radar real quick. Look at all those warnings. They're just clustered. Every single one of those storms are severe. That's amazing. I did take the lightning off. Let's put that on. There's a lot of lightning. And just for our area, that cluster right there, 90 lightning strikes just over the last few minutes. So a lot of lightning. So if you're out and about, there's lightning in many spots. I've been hearing of cloud to ground lightning maybe have hit something in the city of Lincoln, or maybe Beatrice. Anyway, let's see. Okay, let's kind of reset here and take a look. Severe thunderstorm watch through 10 p.m. I think everybody knows that one. Let's look at the radar. So this is just about out of the capital city now, headed towards Malcolm, headed towards Waverly, kind of through. Waverly's kind of in everything got weak zone. Davie headed towards Wahoo. So I think the area that will most be impacted next is Malcolm, headed through the Lincoln Airport right now. And then this secondary wave, which was severe for a little bit, this right here, really lost its oomph. It was severe in and around Beatrice and Fairbury for a little bit with 70 mile per hour winds, but now it's basically taking a back seat to everything else to the north, which is fine. If we can just get some rain and dodge the severe weather, happy to do it. So we got about another 20 minutes left on this warning. We got a couple of areas here that are on the strong side. So this right here could be some hail. This could be some hail right there. Maybe some hail in that. Then you have heavy rain, pockets of heavy rain all over the place. So this one's behaving just a little bit different than a normal thunderstorm, because typically you'll have a cold front roll through and you have a nice strong line of, wind and hail and, all that kind of stuff. This is a little different. This is almost a cluster of storms that's forming. In fact. So what is happening here is we have low pressure basically down here. And then okay, we just had a really strong wind gust blow through southwest Lincoln. I'm wondering if we didn't catch a little bit of damage out of that. That was something, it sounded like something hit the building. Everything's coming around it like this. That low pressure right there. And it's a strong area of low pressure. Boy, yeah, there's a lot of wind blowing through the capital city right now. So I'm going to zoom in on this. Goodness. Wow, that is a lot of wind. Okay, the building's shaking. Hey, if you guys can hear me back there, you might want to get downstairs real quick, just while this is blowing through. So I'm not sure what's going on out there. I don't see any rotation, but that's a lot of wind. Okay, thank you. It might be over now. That might have just, I think we're okay. That was just, I felt the building shake and I just wanted to make sure everybody was safe. I think we're probably okay now. Okay, all right, thank you. That was an intense wind. I'm not sure what that was. So I'm not seeing it show up on radar. We're gonna look here though real quick. Now it's really quiet. Boy, that was eerie. I don't know if anybody has any damage from that. If you do, our Now Local News app, if you don't have that, you can download it, and it's you can show us what happened, if anything did happen. Hang on, I want to look at the wind. Sorry, I'm very distracted by that. That was intense. Yeah, there's that wind. There it is right there. Seeing these strong winds. We're probably not done with this. 62 miles per hour. So the area that I'm looking at is basically this right here, because it's probably a couple of minutes behind, but that's what just hit southwest Lincoln. Let's see, 66 miles per hour, 66 miles per hour. So this area right here just blew through southwest Lincoln, and this building shook a little bit. I mean, it had to be harder than 66 miles per hour, because I've never felt anything like that in here before. That was a strong gust. Let me see. I think I see some more in here. Between 14th and 27th. Okay, so we're right here, and this I think is what just blew through. And that right there, 64 miles per hour. Let me see if I can get a different 64 miles per hour, which I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but boy, that hit dead on to our station. So these storms are moving like this, and that just blew through. So if you are anywhere, and I can hear some more out there, if you're in this path right here, like that, anywhere in that path. If you know where you live, kind of figure it out. Between 17th and 56th, headed towards Lincoln Northeast. So basically, Southwest Lincoln towards Lincoln Northeast. You're looking at probably a 65 to 70 mile per hour wind gust blowing through. What is hail videos? If we can run some, that would be fine. But yeah, this area right here. Okay, just something updated. That right there, that was the gust that just hit KLKN dead on. Right there. So let me see how fast that's going now. 65. So if you live near Vine and what is that, 27th and Vine, it's probably past there now. Okay, we're gonna watch some hail video here that some of our fantastic viewers just sent in. South Lincoln, okay. Yeah, decent size hail. Trying to coat the ground. Boy, it looks dark out there too. Seeing a dust advisory, and this was issued not too long ago. Am I still on? Okay. We'll get back to the radar here real quick. Okay, so I'm seeing. I'm gonna have to I have to do something here real quick. Okay, let me see if I can get this back to the way we want it. Sorry, trying to do some things on the fly here, friends. So the severe thunderstorm warning is in place. We have a dust advisory for Lancaster, Pawnee, Johnson, Gage, Odo, Cass, Jefferson. Okay, this means I want to look at what's going on out there. Hang on. Okay, Southeast Community College. Just looks like good old-fashioned rain. Here's Beatrice. They're fine. Honda of Lincoln. Camera's shaking pretty good. Aurora. Camera's shaking pretty good. This is the one I wanted to see. Yeah, look at that. Poor flag just being whipped around. Barely see the Capitol building. Some dust mixed in with some heavy rain. And then we'll look at the, this is Barry Lawcam. Wow. Yeah, you can kind of see that it's heavy rain, but it's got that dirty, dusty feel to it. Definitely seeing some dust mixed in there. So let me get that warning up here if I can. That'll have to be on the fly. So that's a watch. Let me see. Okay, let me, gotta find it on the fly. So one moment, bear with me real quick. Blowing dust, this has gotta be it. Okay. Nope. There it is. Okay. So this is something I haven't seen in quite a while. This is a dust storm advisory. Does include the capital city. A dust storm advisory for Lancaster, Johnson, Jefferson, Seward, Odo, Saline, Pawnee, Gage, and Cass County until 6:15. The leading edge of a very large cloud of dust was along, and this was as of 4:37, so 10 minutes ago. Was along a line extending from 3 miles northwest of Beaver Crossing to near Lincoln, to 3 miles northwest of Talmadge? Haven't seen that one before. Moving north at 55 miles per hour. That very well could have been what hit the KLKN studios that made everything shake for a little bit. Less than 1/2 mile visibility with strong wind in excess of 50 miles per hour. So, and that's probably moving through right now. Just incredible. Dust storm advisory. I don't remember the last time I've seen one of those this large, but it makes sense. It's been so dry, and that wind was just picked up and blowing dust all over the place. Let's see. Emergency management reported areas of visibility less than a half a mile, leading to some auto accidents. So keep that in mind. Travel becoming difficult. This does include Interstate 80 between Nebraska, between mile markers 366 and 409. That's incredible. Okay. So the storm, the severe thunderstorm warning is now past the city of Lincoln, but the wind is still out there. So if you're still with us, yes, thank you. I sent everybody downstairs. They're still down there, so. Just checking in on my kids. Seems like everybody's okay. So we have about 10 minutes left on this warning, and this is all moving like this. It's all moving north, and this one seems to be moving a little northwest, which makes sense because, let me zoom out and show you this. It's got it. You see that bend to it. So it's just kind of swirling around that low pressure. So some of these storms are trying to move northwest. And hopefully that doesn't add to a little rotation. I don't want to see that. That's the last thing we want. Yeah, seeing reports here of the dust storm in Wilbur did cause an accident. Dust is bad in West Hickman. Let's see. Bennett looks like the power is out in Bennett. Very windy at 40th and Yankee Hill Road. So we still have these severe thunderstorm warnings. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I think what we're going to do, we have about 10 minutes. This has rolled through the city of Lincoln. I'm going to send it back to programming, and we'll kind of gather ourselves, and then we'll come back and do the 5 o'clock news with some more updates. So, Jesse, you hear me in the back? Okay, we're going to send it back to programming, and we'll be back in about 9 or 10 minutes. So thanks for tuning into KLCAN. Keep it tuned here. We'll keep you up to date. Bryce, my son's still here?
Yeah, he's going out there.
Oh.
That's cool.
Okay. All right, still on YouTube, so hi everybody. I texted Mel to see if she needed anything. Okay, yeah, you just keep doing your thing over there. Keep an eye on the.
You want me to log in here?
Yeah, you can take that over. That's fine.
Alright,
No
sweet.
worries there.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Thank you,
One
Rex.
second. Yep. Hang on.
We have a bunch of now videos that we're gonna play at the top of the show.
Yeah,
And then you must have said, take cover.
yeah,
That one was worse than the snowstorm.
yeah. That was, I've never, I mean, things were wobbling.
Okay.
Okay. Mike's on. I am eating.
Um, okay. That's gonna be done. Okay. Is it going to get worse for Lincoln? Probably not. That was probably the worst of it. Still no power south of Firth. Thank you. I do want to. I wonder if I can.
Make sure you read over your sent, like, for example, good evening, thanks for joining us. The storm is. So I'm just going through them real quick.
Yeah, I'm going through everything.
Oh, he's good. Hi, everybody, Ralph Valley here, over. Sophia?
That reaction coming from our citizen journalist, Kellen.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rock and roll.
Dust storm advisory. Dust storm advisory. Till 6:15.
Jake's story worked out. They've got businesses there saying, yes, definitely, people are spending less. Yeah, it's one of those roll the dice, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you and I are here until you're at the vid wall after Rusty. I'm at the V dam after Kinsey.
Okay.
Okay.
Show is just starting, happy people.
Jay can get us
So tune in to Channel 8. You'll see all of this in a different way.
lead down later. Jay, that'll be next.
The question is.
Are you leading with me?
Yes, after we show.
Okay.
A severe weather alert heightening the tension outside. That reaction coming from our citizen journalist Kelly. She sent us this video on the Now Local News app showing pea-sized hail right near South 40th Street in Lincoln. We got this video in around 4:23 this afternoon.
And here are some more videos of the hail we saw outside this afternoon. These videos sent in by Tanya, showing hail hitting the ground in her neighborhood at 14th and K. This happening around 4:20 this afternoon.
Taking a live look at our roads in Lincoln, some of that weather is starting to seep in. It's already here. This is a look from Nebraska's 511 cameras at Interstate 80 right near the airport interchange.
And we're seeing similar conditions in Beatrice. This video coming in from our Now Local News app. Earlier, you might be able to see here the light poles actually swinging from side to side and the chairs nearby knocked over by the wind. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Rod Fowler.
And I'm Sophia Pullman. Those conditions outside, they sent us
We had
downstairs.
to go downstairs. Rusty told us to. So let's jump right in and talk to him. What do we know at this moment, Rusty?
Yeah, it's been a busy afternoon and sent everybody downstairs because the building was shaking.
It was.
It was incredible. I don't think I've ever felt that here. We had that tornado, Arbor Day came right over the top of us, and this was a strong gust of wind. So lots going on out there, and we have some dust that's blowing through parts of southeast Nebraska. So lots to get to. Let's take a look outside real quick. And this is what it looks like. You can see the worst of it's basically through already. Out South 21st and L Street. It's still a very scary looking situation out there, though. Here's the storms. We have that one severe thunderstorm warning north of the capital city, basically east of Columbus to Omaha and into western parts of Iowa. Looks like Lincoln is basically done with this severe storm, but you see there is that strong storm between Seward and Davie. It's just under severe weather limits, but wouldn't surprise me if they maybe tacked on another severe thunderstorm warning for that as it moves north and west towards Shelby and Columbus. But overall, this is just kind of a lot of rain and thunderstorms, which will take whatever moisture we can get. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch through 10 p.m. And that goes for basically that storm that just rolled through the capital city. That will make its way north as we head through the 10 p.m. hour. Also, something I don't see too many of, a dust storm advisory for southeast Nebraska. Look at this. This goes through 6:15 p.m. Does include Seward, Lincoln, Crete, Wilbur, Beatrice, Fairbury, Pawnee City for dust. And it's been that dry. So those 60-mile-per-hour winds picking up dust and making it hard for people to see, leading to some car accidents in some spots. So anyway, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the severe weather threat and what we can expect over the next 24 hours in a few minutes.
The people of Lincoln are no strangers to storms. You can see all of the damage we've dealt with over the past year. These incredible pictures showing downed trees and power lines after strong winds ripped through town. The question is, What have we learned from this type of severe weather? Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson joins us live after talking with one man who does what he can to avoid the worst of the storm. Mackenzie? Thanks for that, Mackenzie. If you get in any dangerous winds, let us see it through your eyes. These are several videos of bad weather sent in to our Now Local News app. Just scan the QR code and send in your video.
And give it some outcry going on at the state capitol today here again in Lincoln. You can see here in this video sent it to our Now Local News app. Dozens lined up on the front steps. This is all an effort to advocate for veterans. This Nebraska Veterans March was organized by the civil rights organization. The main concern, possible elimination of resources, including the crisis line of veterans. We spoke to one of the demonstrators there today who says all types of support are needed. The group also protesting the proposed firings to federal VA employees.
Right now, a search underway for a suspect involved in a shooting. LPD says it happened in the area of North 32nd and Orchard Streets, right near Peter Pan Park. Authorities finding several bullet holes in 3 duplexes. Here is a look right outside the homes. You can see a shattered window in this video sent in to our Now Local News app. Police say no one has been arrested at this time. If you have any information on this incident, you need to call Crime Stoppers. And an escaped inmate from the Community Correction Center in Lincoln is back behind bars. The Nebraska Department of Correction Services says this woman, Jordana Kelly, arrested in Grand Island. She was originally sentenced to 15 months for accessory to a felony back in June of last year. She's now being housed in Hall County.
Here at 5, a slew of governmental offices on edge of losing their buildings, including some in our area. On that list, this USDA Natural Resources Conservation Building in South Lincoln. It's near 15th and Yankee Hill Road. Elon Musk's Doge notified hundreds of landlords across the country of their leases facing termination. Statewide, it includes 5 federal buildings. It's the time of the year when many are sprucing up their homes and their lawns.
But with tariffs and other economic concerns, are consumers holding back on these projects? Channel 8's Jake Homan is checking in with vendors at the Husker Lawn and Leisure Show. Jake, what can you tell us? Thanks, Jake. Right now, the clock is ticking for lawmakers to avoid a government shutdown. Here is a live countdown to midnight, the Senate's deadline to avert a government shutdown or risk further disruption to the federal workforce and government services millions of Americans rely upon. This all hinges on a House Republican-backed bill that extends government funding through September. 9 Democrats joined Republicans just about an hour ago on a procedural vote to advance the bill. Now that the Senate has taken this vote, the chamber will vote on 4 amendments to the bill and then take a final passage vote on the measure.
And developing now, U.S. stocks bouncing back today. They're banking on lawmakers avoiding that government shutdown. And finally, a good reason to applaud at the closing bell after a rough week. The Dow shooting up 674 points. NASDAQ had its best day since November of 451, and S&P gaining 117. Well, some tight-knit neighborhoods in our area banding together to keep their eyes on one another.
After the break at 6, why the Beatrice Police Department says a new neighborhood watch program is becoming more necessary.
Good job, everybody. Yeah.
You almost just got smacked in the face with that camera. Oh.
Good job,
Asked.
good job, good job.
He didn't know what to look for.
Sorry.
I said to Egan, I said, I'm just gonna go
Yes.
here. He didn't know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm sorry, he's talking
Now
about.
look at me.
Yeah? Okay, so we go down to the second block, sorry. Second block, so lightning, trees down, go to weather, then we'll do the Beatrice, okay. So we don't need to get out of the way, nope.
Nope, we have a 2-shot and then you have V-BAM.
Done with the rain? No. I
And then
think
we
we're
have a
still going to
band
see
shot
some
with
rain, but
Nate.
I think the severe weather potential is waning.
So once Nate starts, I'll-
Paisley. Paisley is one of my favorite weird color patterns. Vesta. Good to see you. Simply Budget. I'm seeing some new names in here. This is pretty cool. Lethal Blue. Always good to see you.
Hey. Okay, so we are gonna do Beatrice. Okay, I'm sorry.
They were hanging out in the basement. What are you telling them? What are you talking about?
So after tree down, we are going to Rusty, right? I don't have a tree down. I must have printed before you moved these. No. You're cool.
Yeah, put Rod there.
Yeah. Lightning good. No problem. Do we know who that's from? I don't think it says.
No, it doesn't say. But hold on, you say we'll get over to Chief Mears for the full. Oh, okay. No, you're good.
Yeah, it does seem like the severe risk is lowering.
A severe weather alert heightening the tension outside in southern Nebraska. This video sent in to our Now Local News app by citizen journalist Brian, who saw hail slamming down near 40th and Old Cheney Road. This was taken around 4:25 this afternoon.
Plus, check out these stunning photos of some lightning strikes in the middle of the storm. These were sent in by a viewer just after 4:30. And we're going to be checking in with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins here in just a little bit.
That poor treehouse. Here's another video sent to us around 4:30 on our app showing their playhouse damaged. This showing up in the area of K Street.
Sunday. I think Sunday's actually going to be a nice day. Upper 80s, and then yes, a chance for some mixed precipitation after 80 degrees early Wednesday, with those temperatures
dropping off into the 40s and 50s again. So there's a lot going out there. That's severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. So we'll kind of touch on that a little bit later.
You've been busy. Thanks for keeping us updated. New at 5, Beatrice will soon have another crime-fighting tool. The police department there is launching a community watch program to help people take an active role when it comes to preventing crime.
It aims to connect officers with citizens to keep an eye on suspicious activity before crime happens. Channel 8's Karen LaCresse is live to tell us how this program works and what it means for the community. Karen?
What did I miss? Not much. What?
All right, thank you, Karen. Right now, the State State High School basketball tournament is in the semifinal rounds, and 3 of our Lincoln schools entering the day hoping to get to that championship round tonight. One having already played, and one in action. For more on today's festivities from the AA, let's check in with Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson. How's it going, Nate?
I wasn't expecting that.
You've done it before. Does it look weird?
A little, but
But I don't want to ignore him. 'Cause he's like,
right.
I don't know, it might look
No,
weird, not
you, your interaction wasn't weird. It's just weird that,
because I thought it looked both ways. Do I really need to look at him?
yes. I don't know.
It's like all of a sudden,
I think
there he
so.
is.
Yeah.
Looks like he's smiling. Okay.
Thanks, Nate. We're working on another half hour of plenty of news.
Yeah, coming up new at 6 o'clock, mechanical mending, how UNL is planning to use robotics to give a helping hand to all sorts of people in need. Stay with us.
I don't know if we were supposed to ad-lib with Nate, but
No,
they
he
said they were.
He said
Okay.
no. Okay, Sophia, that's yours. And you're getting Huskers, right? Husker volleyball fans getting fired up. Yes.
What about the story we just teased, though? Your mechanical. Is that in the 6? Oh, maybe.
I still have Husker volleyball. You talking about tickets, but that must have dropped when I finished. That was just last while.
Mechanical mending.
Egan, just to confirm, see, after the dust cloud, pediatric is dropped, right? Yeah, sure, it looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep.
Oh.
The Senate did, so is it a done deal or is the House? Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. I mean, does that have to go to the House still or not? Just out of curiosity. Usually the Senate's the last one to vote.
Oh, look, the crew's ready for takeoff. That's insane.
Go rescue it.
Let's hope it all goes.
It's kind of like that movie Armageddon. Not Armageddon, what was it called? Where they had to go push that meteorite, asteroid or whatever out of the way.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Looks like, when they were getting ready to go up.
Go up.
Will they come back alive? We got a big mission. Mankind counts on us. I could stay with you.
The Aerosmith song.
Yep.
We're getting even more views from today's severe weather alert. Those strong thunderstorm winds bringing a dust storm into Lincoln. This video sent into our Now Local News app by a Channel 8 reporter shows a massive dust cloud looming over the capital city.
Yeah, our viewers are great. Thank you so much. Please keep sending them in. Definitely, the weather's a big story tonight.
Rusty, take it over.
Yeah, we got, we still have some showers and thunderstorms out there. The severe threat really hasn't diminished. There is a thunderstorm warning north of Omaha. That will continue north, and then everything kind of wraps itself around. Zoom in there, you notice we're just very southern edge of range, which, we'll take whatever rain we get. It's heavier rain, and the severe threat has diminished. But there's still severe thunderstorm watch in place through 10 p.m. Basically for that one, that's morning north of Omaha. That's in the really still watch in place. And that will make its way north from Lincoln. The actual severe threat for now is basically done. But we'll keep an eye on things, sure nothing pops up. This is a dust storm advisory. Zoom in. This is basically all of South Nebraska. 6:15 because of that high wind.
Thanks, Rusty, and thank you for joining us. World News is next.
Have a good night. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
Okay. So, my friendly YouTube people, I am going to, let's see. Yeah, the severe weather threat's gone, so I'm going to close everything down. Everything come back. We want more. I know, but I got my kids downstairs. I need to go take care of them. Lots of stuff going on. So, but if anything else pops up, I'll let you guys know. See you next time.